Hey everybody, Chris the Cop, welcome back. Thanks for watching, and definitely thank you for all your support. Well, today's video is a wrap-up video to Gamology's Experts React, and the expert reacted to the game Sleeping Dogs. I'm not gonna edit that out. Okay, welcome back. You can kind of see where my day has been going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to this channel, I'm Chris the Cop. And if you like what you see in this video and you like what you see on that channel, hit the subscribe button. And what you're getting is a real police officer playing video games and giving his reaction to video games and talking everything nerd. If you also want notifications on when I upload videos or when I stream, hit that bell notification, as you just never know when I'm going to do that. All right, so let's jump into this. For those of you that are new to this channel, I also work with Gamology, and I'm part of their Experts React and their Experts Play series. And when I do a Experts React, say that fast 3 times, video, I will do a wrap-up video where I take all of the majority of the comments and questions and answer them in my short video on my channel. And this is what that video is about. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Sleeping Dogs. I don't know why I want to say Reservoir Dogs. The Quentin Tarantino movie, maybe because I was watching it last night and Reservoir Dogs is stuck in my mind, which is an epic movie in itself, so maybe that's the reason why. But that's what I do, and yeah, so let's jump into it. Now, one of the first things when I watched the video, now you got to understand, when I'm with Gamology and I'm in their studios, they're showing me various different clips and gameplay, and they're asking me to react to that based upon my experience of being a police officer for 24 years. Now, what I love about some of the comments is people assume that they know your career. They're like, well, why didn't you get a real detective? And why didn't you blah, blah, blah? And it's like, well, I was a detective. Just because I'm not a detective today doesn't mean that I didn't do any detecting. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very rare for someone in law enforcement to just stay doing a particular assignment. Now, does it happen? Yes. There are people who fall in love with being a detective and they decide that they want to stay there. However, there are other people like me who want to experience everything that law enforcement has to offer. So I'm going to give you my quick resume of everything that I've done in the last 24 years of my career. Number 1, police officer. Number 2, school resource officer. Number 3, detective. Number 4, narcotics detective. 5, corporal. Training officer. Training manager. Motor officer. Yeah, I was one of those jerks riding the motorcycle where all we did is give tickets. But I really kind of sucked at it because I hated giving tickets. Sergeant, patrol sergeant, administrative sergeant, internal affairs sergeant, lieutenant, internal affairs lieutenant, watch commander, investigations bureau commander, SWAT medic, SWAT operator, SWAT commander, and a bunch of little smaller assignments in between those. So I've done quite a bit in my career on top of being a paramedic of 29 years and working as a firefighter paramedic as a part-time job, and then being a professor of criminal justice. So, and an EMT instructor as well. So all of this kind of gives me that broad perspective to be able to provide some experts' testimony, so to speak, on the various different scenarios that I'm watching. And I also remember that this is a video game. I've been playing video games since the day of having to go out and find bottles, glass bottles, and taking them to the liquor store to get our quarters so then we could go to the local 7-Eleven and play Asteroids and Space Invaders and Pac-Man. I remember when Dragon's Lair came out, it was like, the graphics on it were just phenomenal, right? So anyways, I get it, and I enjoy video games. I enjoy what they give us. It's entertainment. It's like a movie. I get that cop movies are going to suck, but it's just entertainment. All right, so let's jump into it. In this, I make the comment, he called him uncle? All right. I didn't know that uncle wasn't a term of endearment in the Asian culture, so my apologies. I learned something. Just like with the video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, whatever the hell it was, because all you guys like were like, he called it the wrong name. You guys did. Anyways, yeah, I didn't understand, and I learned. Actually, I learned. Many of you made the comments about it. It's a term of respect, a term of endearment. So, right on. With every video, I learned something new from you guys. And that's what this is kind of sort of about as well. I also learned, too, that in this game, Wei has some ties with this cartel, so to speak. I guess the mafia cartel. I'm trying to get my shirt in there. Guys like my shirt? Okay, enough of that. And he has some ties, so it makes the story a little bit tighter, which, had I known that, would have explained a little bit more of the way he was reacting to the crime boss, as well as the people that he was close to in the gang. So I get that. Now, let's talk undercover work. I cannot talk about undercover work from like paint it with a broad brush. This is how it all is, because there's various different types of undercover work. I've done undercover work. I've bought narcotics. Is that a word? Hey Siri, is bought a word? That would be cool if she reacted. I've bought narcotics and participated in playing someone who wanted some drugs. So that's a little bit different. Going deep undercover like this is way different. Does it happen? Yes, it does. Now, can a city police officer go deep undercover? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that it does happen. Feds definitely do it all the time. So it would depend on the agency that you work for as far as the policies and procedures that would go behind what you're allowed to do. Now, I made the comment about the person, being killed in front of Wei. I still don't know if that is allowed. I've done some research and I can't find anywhere in the law that allows me to witness a murder and not do something about it, unless it put myself in harm's way. Someone made some comment about the Barnes Law. Look up the Barnes Law. That I was wrong. I've looked for the Barnes Law. I don't know what that is. So if someone does, comment below. I'd be interested to hear about that. But I do know in undercover work, for the most part, yes, a undercover cop can commit crimes as long as they're not violent crimes. I can't see the law allowing me to beat someone, to hurt someone. I just don't see where it allows me to do that. Now, would it allow me to maybe do a burglary? Yeah, I could see that. So we got to take that all into perspective there. So like I said, I'm not going to profess to know everything about undercover work. I just know some of the rules in my particular area. And once again, this is in Hong Kong. And let's talk about policing, the differences between the United States and Hong Kong. Two different types of police professions, okay? I won't even begin to imagine what policies and procedures are in place in Hong Kong, as well as what statutes they have that they must utilize in the performance of their job. Here in the United States, I even made some comments that we have to police based on the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 14th Amendment, as well as case laws like Miranda versus Arizona, Tennessee versus Ohio, these and many, many other case laws. All these case laws tell us what we can and cannot do. And I know there's some haters. Right? Okay, well, yeah. Hey, by the way, haters, you got to come up with another term than ACAB. Okay, because you're just saying that ACAB is for racist cops, but did you know ACAB was, I guess, made up by the white supremacists of the United States? That's so great. They're using a term to describe racist cops made by a racist organization. You may want to come up with your own term, right? All right, enough of that, because I'm not going to respond to the haters, really. I read, oh, that's what I want to talk about this video. So in previous videos, it started off with a lot of ACAB and some really negative comments towards me in the video. And what's awesome is that nobody knows me. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I'm about. But yes, you apparently know me. And apparently you think you're going to hurt my feelings with all the negative. Whatever. But the positive has been outweighing the negative more and more to the fact that negative, I remember one video, I would say if we were going to do percentages, negative was about 10% and good was 90%. Today it's like 1% negative. So that's awesome. We're winning. We're winning, good guys. All right. Now, I read a comment about kids shouldn't play these story-driven games like this because it could glamorize or give them ideas. I don't think I agree with that. When I was a kid, we played Cops and Robbers. We played Cowboys and Indians. We played all these games where someone was a good guy and somebody was a bad guy. And many of my friends today are in law enforcement or firefighters. So I think it all just is perspective on how you're raised, the things that happen in your life, because I know good people who went bad. And I know bad people who turned their lives around are now good people. So I just really think it all depends on your life experiences and what choices you make. So a video game doesn't make someone a serial killer. A video game doesn't make somebody want to join the military. I think these are just, these are just video games and these are just movies. It's entertainment. And it's just a part of our life. But we also have to remember that it's... well, what? It's just a part of our life. Hey, by the way, I just realized Shadow's out cold. He has a bed over here, like an awesome bed, and he chooses to lay here. Thank God he's not snoring in my video like he normally does, right? All right. Now, let me see here. I got my other notes here. Oh, someone mentioned that Wei has nightmares about some of the things that he was doing. That would have been some great information, because what that tells me is that he's having that internal dilemma about what he's doing, that the good in him is pulling at him, reminding him that he's a good guy, hence the reason why he's having those nightmares. So that's really, really good to know. Now, at a point in time, did I feel that Wei was too far in and now over the line? Yes, I definitely do. Based on what I saw in this video game, I feel Wei was done as a cop. Definitely. Was he still a good guy? Yes. He'd just been compromised, and I don't know. But that's just my opinion. A couple of people talked about how I mentioned that, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Well, in reality, if we lose in court, everybody loses. But here's the thing. You can't take it personal. In our judicial system in the United States, remember, the defense attorney just has to put doubt in 12 jurors' mind, and the prosecution doesn't win. You're innocent until proven guilty. So the preponderance, or the district attorney has to prove that someone's guilty to a jury of 12. Sometimes the prosecution wins and sometimes they lose, but we cannot take that personal. We do our best and we try to do our best the next time. If we internalize that, we are going to be emotional wrecks over time. And I understand that we're going to win some and we're going to lose some. So that's what that was all about. I would love to win all of them, but it's not going to happen. And that's the folly and genius of our criminal justice system. Now, is our criminal justice system flawed? Absolutely, it's flawed. But it's one of the best criminal justice systems in the world. Take a look around at what other people have and don't have as compared to us here in the United States. Somebody made a comment about the call on the superintendent. I don't know what got me on the superintendent. Maybe it was my sixth sense. I don't know, but immediately hearing him talk, the mannerism, what he was saying, how he was saying it, told me he was the bad guy. It definitely did. Now, here's a funny thing. I'll take a quick pause here. I've been playing Among Us with people from my channel, and usually within the first notification, I can tell who the sus is. And it's because of what they're saying or what they're not saying and how they're saying it or how they're not saying it, if that makes any sense. If you put me in front of them, I will 9 times out of 10 probably be able to read their body language, including their facial expressions and eyes, to tell me that they're lying or telling the truth. And we actually just shot an episode for Gamology regarding that, and it's coming soon, so I can't wait for that to come out. So in this, there's just certain things that you pick up on, because here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. We have all, unless you're just a narcissist, we have all been conditioned to tell the truth from day one. No matter what culture you are from, your parents or the people that raised you have been trying to get you to be a good person and telling you that lying is bad. But as kids, we learn that for survival, we start lying right away. It's not anything that's taught to you. You just learn that if I tell the truth, I'm going to be in trouble, and nobody wants to be in trouble. So there's certain things that goes against your fiber of your being that you can't control. That's why lie detector machines pick up on certain things. Now, they're not foolproof, and that's why we can't use them in court, but they look for those physiological changes in your body to tell us that you're lying. And there's other things that you do. When we get sent to detective school and interrogation school, there's a lot of things that we do as human beings that tell people we're telling the truth or we're lying. Can you imagine being my kids telling me if you went to school or not went to school? Right? So, yeah, and that's the thing is that, so I look for those. I'm playing LA Noire right now, and I've been getting 5 stars. I've been hitting it on the mark in regards to interrogations. There he is. And, yeah, so that's that. I'm trying to think here if there's anything else. I'm going to end on this. One last thing, and then I'll jump into my outro. I love Call of Duty. And one person made the comment, it's Captain Price's quote, "Sometimes you have to get your hands dirty in order to keep the world clean." And I love that. That is just like reeks, or not reeks, but it just like almost like a law enforcement motto. And I'm not saying we get our hands dirty, but we deal with a part of society that nobody sees, especially in the night. And I know what true evil looks like. I've seen true evil in the eye. I've seen true evil directly in the eyes. And it's scary. It's scary to know that people don't realize that this evil is really out there and that it wants to hurt innocent people. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I love being a police officer. I can't imagine doing anything else. So I love that quote, and I wish I should have actually wrote down the name, the tag of the person who reminded me of that. But that was awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our wrap-up video for Gamology's Sleeping Dogs. We have more wrap-up videos coming, as a matter of fact. We have a wrap-up video for Rainbow Six Siege and Payday 2 coming within the next week to 2 weeks. Last thing. I will be playing Sleeping Dogs on my channel next month because I loved the story when I saw it, and I was like, this is going to be good. I'm going to wait to finish LA Noire first, though. LA Noire has just intrigued me. I love it. I'm going to be sad when it's over, when I finally get to the end, because I know there's no LA Noire 2. In reading a lot of your comments, a lot of you are upset because there's no Sleeping Dogs 2, which sounds very disappointing. So I definitely want to jump into Sleeping Dogs right after LA Noire because I want to keep that cop detective thing going and see where the storyline goes, and then jump into the next cop detective game after Sleeping Dogs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you this evening. This is Chris the Cop reminding you to take care of yourself, to take care of one another, and we will get through COVID-19 together. Until then, though, I will be here in this chair making the content that you want and deserve. One last thing before I get going, ladies and gentlemen, is don't forget, we have memberships, we have merch store. We also have super chats on our live streams. We live stream every Tuesday about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Our current video game, which is LA Noire. On Fridays, we have a new SWAT 4 video that drops on Fridays. And on Sundays, we have a special video. We're a little out of whack this week because I had to take a little mini vacation to clear the noggin. And that's why this video will be dropping tonight. It should have been Sunday. But that's what we have going on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all the support. I hope you keep watching. And until next time, this is Chris the Cop saying, peace.